Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm going to review Birdology. This is a wordy one. Adventures with a pack of hens, a peck of pigeons, cantankerous crows, fierce falcons, hip-hop parrots, baby hummingbirds, and one murderously big living dinosaur by Sy Montgomery. That is a heck of a byline. Sy Montgomery actually lives here in New Hampshire in the United States. Just literally, I could just drive to her house. It's a very short distance away. She lives in a farm here in New Hampshire, which I thought was kind of cool. This book, from its title, deals with birds. And it deals with birds not just from a point of view of biology, because this is an excellent reference for the fans of biology in the lay community, but from someone that loves birds. The author is a lover of biology, but is not herself a biologist. But she has a fascination with animals, and she's written a number of books concerning this, and many of these are from her point of view of interactions with animals on a personal level. There's the book she's written in here about living with a pig. She had a pet pig, which I may actually read because her style is quite readable, quite approachable. And the book opens with a chapter on chickens. And I have to tell you, while I love to eat chickens, the chickens don't really fascinate me all that much as far as animals are concerned. Yeah, they're chickens, you know. So I wasn't expecting a lot from the chapter on chickens, but quite frankly, it may have been the best chapter in the book. It was not only well written, but it really gave you, literally, a chicken's eye view of the world and presented them in a very positive light, both as our companions in the production of eggs, but also our companions as pets. The author has a flock of chickens and has had them over years, and as you know, replacing chickens over time. Oddly enough, I just saw some chickens for sale last weekend at a hardware store. They had a cage of chickens on the counter, of little chicks, but they're yay big, $2 a piece. If you wanted to buy chickens, you're required to buy a minimum of 4 because chickens function as flocks. So I thought that was kind of cool. Then she deals with cassowaries. Now, cassowaries are a very large bird found in Australia and New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, I believe, as well, which can be 6 feet tall and weigh 150 pounds, and they have a claw on their foot. Each foot has one of these, which is a straight claw, and it is dagger-like. And not only can they make large raking attacks with this, but they can jump 5 feet in the air, and when they're coming down, just hit you with this thing and open you like a zipper. They kill people, and it's kind of terrifying. They're living, breathing velociraptors, folks, and her entire chapter on this is quite interesting. She did research on cassowaries as a student, and that was quite cool. Let's see, we have a chapter on hummingbirds, which dealt a lot with raising baby hummingbirds that had been abandoned by their parents. And it was kind of heartbreaking to read that chapter because she was very good at conveying to you how tiny a hummingbird is. A chapter on hawks, which I actually was scared of because from the way she was talking about these hawks in a very loving manner, I was afraid she was going to get one. Because this woman has chickens, and this woman is an author that travels a lot, and that's not a good combination for a hawk. A hawk's going to eat your chickens. A hawk needs constant care on a daily basis, which you cannot do when you're traveling. Thankfully, she did not get a hawk. A chapter on pigeons, which was a good deal about the racing pigeons, which people keep, and pigeons in general, how useful they have been to humanity and how we have been unpleasant to them. Chapter on parrots, which was really quite interesting about how intelligent they are and how they are helping us to understand intelligence in animals outside the mammalian sphere. And the last is a chapter on crows, which is interesting to me because I have a friend that lives with 2 crows, and in fact they have shown up on my channel in the past. I don't remember how long ago. It might have been last year or earlier this year. So I have a personal contact with crows on somewhat of a regular basis. But overall, it is an excellent book. Let me get the title in there for you. Birdology. Oh, that's really bright. Yeah, Birdology. There we go. Birdology. And this is a book that I'll be passing on to my wife and her mother, both of whom are big fans of birds. my mother-in-law does a lot of bird watching, and I think I also be passing it on to my wife's grandmother, who is a woman who enjoys a good read, and this is something that, it's not going to be all that controversial for a 97-year-old. But if you enjoy biology, if you have a thing for the avian, set, this is a book that you definitely need to check out. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought it was very approachable. And again, oddly, the most fascinating part of the entire book for me was the stuff that dealt with chickens.